Finally, I've been trying out the Naturehike Massif tent for a few times. Now this video, I would like to share with you guys my honest review on this Naturehike Massif tent. Wait no more, let's do it together now. Alright, to review a tent, right, best is after a heavy downpour rain. So basically just now was pretty heavy downpour rain, and I would like to share with you guys on the review on the Naturehike Massif tent. So this is how it looks like. As you can see, the floor are very wet, and of course the Naturehike Massif tent are pretty wet. Let's start off from outside, and I will show you guys later in this video inside the tent. See whether there's any leak at the joint, at the sewing part of this Naturehike Massif tent. So start off from outside in front. There's, if you're looking at, there's two pools. I already set up two pools at straight 180 degrees from the tent, from the middle of the tent. And I would like to share with you guys, as this middle part, right, there's no extra strap or hook for you guys to actually, when it's raining, right. So I noticed that there's a water stagnant at this front awning, and if Naturehike Massif tent are able to provide us another strap over here, that would be great, so that when heavy downpour rain, right, we can put it down, and the water, right, automatically will come down from the center. If there's a clear sky, most likely I will raise up this awning a little bit higher. When all of a sudden there's a thunderstorm, right, most likely the water will seep through over this area. As you already watched my unboxing and also how to set up this Naturehike Massif tent, right, there's two layers. One is the outer tent, the awning, and of course the inner, it's not an inner tent, but they come together with two layers, the mesh, to prevent bugs to enter inside the tent. You can actually bring down the mesh down, and the water will not splash hardly towards inside the tent. So this is one of the good side of this Naturehike Massif tent. Of course, if you guys haven't watched this Naturehike Massif tent unboxing and how to set up, right, I will leave the link above on the screen, as you can see right now. Alright, now let's move on to the center of this tent, and this is the stove check, and I would like to show you guys. Alright, so far these parts are not wet, properly sealed with the two layers of stickers. I will show you guys from the inside, see whether this stove check, when there's heavy downpour rain, whether the water seep through inside or not. And let's move on. As you can see, the entire tent is wet and the window is open, and this is how it looks like. And now we are at the back of the tent, and I would like to show you guys by unzipping the outer tent. See whether it's wet or not, and this is how it looks like. With this campsite, with the platform like this, you guys are able to see that the floor are not wet, the wood is actually not wet. So basically the outer tents are pretty good quality. And let's move on to the right hand side, and the window is already open. And one thing I would like to share with you guys, right, as you can see the Naturehike, right, the brand and the logo over here, right. At first when I received this tent, right, I thought that the manufacturer printed wrongly. So as you can see, the logo and the Naturehike are not that clear, right. So I thought they printed wrongly. Then actually, right, if you go inside this tent, right, the printed logo is more clearer, it's more darker from the inside, and the outside is not clear. So I thought that they printed wrongly. So I checked with the manufacturer, right, actually they printed inside and not the outside. A quick one, this is the logo. Now I'm inside of this tent, and the logo actually printed from the inside. If you're looking at this logo, right, it's darker and the outside is lighter. So when you guys receive this tent, right, you guys receive the correct printed logo of the Naturehike Massif tent. So I would like to emphasize more on this right hand side entrance, right. This Naturehike Massif tent, right, there's two layers. These two layers, right, at first when I received these items, right, I thought that they actually produced this tent or sewing it wrongly. So it's right, it's not wrong. So this mesh, right, is basically at the outside, and the nylon cover, right, the sheet, right, is actually inside. So one of the reasons why I found out that they actually designed in such a way that you're able to open the sheet from the inside, and you guys still able to get some breeze and wind and the ventilations from the outside. So this mesh, right, is to prevent the bugs and to enter inside the tent. That's why it is like that, designed in such a way that, of course, now I noticed that this is one of the reasons I find it is quite towards the pro sides. Just beside of the awning, which looks like this, and of course I would like to share with you guys, this is the pool and this is the outer tent. What concerns me the most of this tent, right, is the tension, especially this area. Alright, among the entire area, right, I noticed that the most tension is this area. As you can see, the strength and the pulling is are pretty strong and pretty tight here. So what concerns me the most, right, if I use like maybe more than 5 times or more than 10 times, I'm not sure this part will be able to withhold of this tension or not. I hope that this thread, that the Naturehike manufacturer, this thread will be strong enough to actually last the tent for the multiple times when we use this tent. If you're looking at me right now, right, I'm actually squatting down. As you all know, the Naturehike Massif tent, you're not able to stand up. And this camping adventures moment, right, I come together with B, is considered 2 campers camping adventures moment. So this is how it looks like when we after setting up the tables and the cooking tables over here. As if you're looking at this tent, the awning is just in front of me, and this is our cooking table. So imagine if there's a thunderstorm, right, most likely I will bring this table towards inside here, and I will bring down this mesh down to prevent strong thunderstorm and rainwater to splash in. So most likely, like just now there was a thunderstorm, so most likely the water actually seep through from the mesh and going down from the ground. And of course this tent, 2-man tent, but now currently I'm experiencing it 2 days 1 night with B together, and myself and she herself, right, feel that this tent is a little bit too cramped up. But of course the things laying at the back of this Naturehike Massif tent, I already removed partially of the inner tent. I will show you guys later on in this video how I do it, so you guys can have more space when you guys going for your camping adventures using this Naturehike Massif tent. And this is our table for our breakfast, lunch and dinner. This is how the way we set up. And of course we put slightly inside because this time it was a heavy thunderstorm rain. And with 2 chairs, 1 chair over here, and we will put another chair over here, so that both of us were able to have a cozy camping moment together using this Naturehike Massif tent. To show you guys the stove jack after the thunderstorm rain, right, there's no leaking, there's no it's no wet, so far are pretty good. It's not wet, and this is how it looks like. And of course the thread, the joint, all. And I would like to show you guys so far after the rain, or while in the rain, right, there's no leak. The quality are pretty good so far at the moment. Alright, and I would like to emphasize more on the accessibility, which is on my right hand side, the door access to in and out from this tent. Of course, when there's a thunderstorm, right, it's highly advisable to zip up the inner sheet. So if I did try, alright, I did try when I open it up, the water basically starts splashing it. Of course, if it's not heavy thunderstorm, right, the water will seep through, and the water basically, right, will seep through underneath here. But of course, do not worry. I have seen it when thunderstorm, right, the water doesn't seep through towards inside the tent. It will seep through here, and it will seep through towards outside. And normally what I do when it is not heavy thunderstorm, right, I will fold the inner sheet until it looks like this, and you're still able to get some good ventilation from this mesh, which is what I really like about this accessibility of the door of the Naturehike Massif tent. Further emphasize of the Naturehike Massif tent at the back of the tent, right, this inner tent, right, you guys just have to dismantle 3 quick release buckles, which is 1, 2 and 3. Alright, after remove these quick release buckles of these 3 buckles, right, just push the entire entire inner tent toward backwards, basically you straighten the entire inner tent, which is looks like this. Then you're able to have more space, which is looks like this. I'm not sure you guys are able to see or not. There's one strap. There's one strap joint from left to right. This is the space we are talking about. Alright, for solo camping, right, if you're able to move this inner tent towards the backwards, right, wow, you check it out, and this is the space. Now currently I putting my lantern back here, and my cold box and my tool bags at the side there, my camera bag, and also the backpack at the back here. Of course now currently doesn't look tidy, and of course just to show you guys the amount of space we're able to have from this Naturehike Massif tent. If you own a Decathlon mattress queen size bed, right, which is looks like this, I already palm it and I already installed it in the Naturehike Massif tent inside the inner tent, and this is how it looks like. Alright, very obvious that if you're looking at my finger pointing at the front left towards the front right, it's so packed up and it's so tied up between the position of the mattress in the inner tent. If you're looking at the edge of this mattress from the Decathlon, right, it's actually jet out quite a lot, and we were definitely losing up some of the inner tent, the height of the nylon, which is to prevent water going into the inner tent. So this is one of the downside. But this one, just to show you guys, the Decathlon for the size for this inner tent is a little bit big. And of course, if you guys really want to use this Decathlon for this Naturehike Massif tent, right, when you guys want to zip, make sure you zip slowly and gently to prevent being zipped on the Decathlon mattress, because as you know, the pump is an air pump type of mattress. To prevent being zipped and make a hole on the mattress, then you will have trouble to actually patching it up using the stickers. Alright, a quick one, right? One thing I really like about this Naturehike Massif tent, right, the lighting, the hook, right, located at the center of the entire tent. So if you're looking at the light, right, I already on it. This light is a warm white and able to light up the entire inner tent, which is cover the inner tent and also cover the front part. Alright, now approximately around 12:30 in the morning. Not heavy downpour rain, but drizzling. So basically, I just to get up and check out this Naturehike Massif tent. Is it leaking while the rain drizzling? So here you are. Okay, but I found out that the back of the Naturehike Massif tent, right, there's some leaking over there. It's at the window here. Hope you guys are able to see the drip. You can see the drip. Alright, there's the leaking. There's some leaking over there. Here you are. There's a leaking over here. Alright. So I noticed that there's a sealer tape over here, but there's no sealer tape over here. So the water actually basically seeping through this part. So while we are sleeping, right, it's actually dripping on our face. So this is one of the defect. Maybe Naturehike manufacturer missed this part, and they think that this part water will not seep through. Actual fact, the water basically seep through from this thread without the sealer tape. Of course, this one with the sealer tape, there's no leaking over there. And of course, caught me a surprise that this leaking, right, is not only this window, but also the other side of the window, the left and the right side also leaking. But this leaking part shouldn't be a problem. Basically we just have to buy the sealer tape and just tape it ourselves, and it shouldn't be a problem. We'll definitely solve these leaking issues. Let's start off from build quality, and first point, which is durability. Durability of this Naturehike Massif tent, right? No questions asked, no doubt with the build quality and also the material and the design of the build. This Massif tent, right, come with a cross pole type of design. And I feel that cross pole type of design, right, is always the best for stability, which is grounded on the ground. When thunderstorm, this tent able to uphold. And not only that, there's the extensions strap on the left, which is 3 points on the left and 3 points on the right. So this strap, right, you're able to tie the ropes and ground it with the pegs, and you will be able to have more stability for this Naturehike Massif tent. They only provide 4 ropes. As you can see, I really use 2 ropes in front to lifting up the awning. Of course, the pole are not included. So I already use up 2 ropes and left 2 ropes, right? You guys need to bring extra 4 more ropes to do the extension and pack it on the ground, which is 3 points on the left and 3 points on the right. And for the stitching part, especially the joint of a nylon sheet, last night it was a pretty strong rain. Throughout the entire night it was raining. So I actually checked the joint and the stitching and the zip. So far so good. This tent, very good, no leaking. And of course the only downside, and I found out that near the window side, both sides left and right, actually there's a leaking there, but not the strong leaking, but dripping leaking. When, of course, when you call it at night when you're sleeping, right, the leaking, basically the water drip will drip on your face, which is we experience it. And of course for the zipper, right, on the accessibility in front, the awning, on my right, the entrance of the door, and at the back of the door, all are good in condition with zip and an unzip. Alright, now let's touch on functionality. As I'm standing right now, this Naturehike Massif tent, on the right hand side there's the accessibility over here. This accessibility, not only that, the awning in front and the entrance at the back of this tent. So it's so convenient. Not only that, you're able to zip up the mesh and you're able to get all your ventilations, good ventilation, the fresh air in the nature, in the jungle. If you're coming with 2 campers, right, this tent, of course, you're able to do so, but when it comes to storage, there's a limited space. Unless you guys dismantle the quick release buckle and move the inner tent towards the back of this tent, then you're able to have more storage for this tent. Of course, when it comes to solo campers, no problem. You can go for your camping adventures anytime, anywhere. And for privacy, right, imagine if I call it a night and I go to my bed, go to my inner tent, right, I will bring down the inner mesh down, so that I will call it a night, so that I'm able to get more on the ventilations. And of course, when it comes to privacy, you just bring down the mesh, right? You're not able to get 100% privacy, because mesh, right, outside campers able to see inside. Unless if you would like to take extra steps to bring down this pool and bring down this awning. So there's a hassle and extra steps for you to actually to have more privacy. Conclusion, right, for this Naturehike Massif tent, right, there's definitely have numbers of pros and numbers of cons. Of course, for these pros, right, the build up, the quality are pretty top notch, and this tent, right, definitely highly recommended for you guys, for solo campers. Of course, for 2 campers, go for your camping experience, right, there's a limited space, and this point will be my cons for you guys. I would definitely recommend this tent for you guys because of the build up, the quality, and the design is so nice, for especially for solo or even 2 campers experience. Is it value for money? I would say yes. For the amount of money that I pay, I definitely really appreciate this tent and this setup. Of course, there's one more cons, which is we are not able to stand entirely. But for the size and for the weight for this tent definitely is value for money. My final thoughts of this Naturehike Massif tent, I would definitely choose one of these tent as one of my favorite, because of the design, because of the build up, and of course because of the stability. Right, last but not least, is this tent meant for you? If you're going for your solo camping, definitely highly recommend this tent for you guys, because of the value of money and the stability, and also the convenience wise and the build and the design. If you're going for 2-man camping experience, I would say yes and no, because of the space and things like that. And of course, if you're planning for the family trip to camping, right, maybe 3 or 4 or more, 5 of you as a family, I would definitely not recommend this tent. This tent definitely is not meant for you, because the space is so limited and you're able to sleep 2 persons in an inner tent. And if you're looking for a tent, you're able to have a quick setup, quick dismantle, quick pack it. This tent definitely is meant for you. And of course, if you're a type of person who doesn't like to bend like this or squat down, this tent definitely is not meant for you. Alright, that's about it on the review Naturehike Massif tent. Hope you guys able to get some information on pros and cons, and you guys able to make a decision whether you guys want to purchase this Naturehike Massif tent. And of course, remember subscribe to SnowMakerTV YouTube channel if you like content like this. And of course, please do share and like this video to your friends and family. Stay tuned for next content and peace out!